Hi Quarantines, it's Bronwyn. I hope you are all doing well. It's been a little while. One of the reasons that it's been a little while is just because there's been so much going on. So the first thing I'm going to say is unequivocally Black Lives Matter. It is not a political issue, it is a human rights issue. I really don't think that my voice is going to add a whole lot to the discussion. All I can do is make sure that the book collections at the library, as they always should, are reflecting our communities. So highlighting those Black writers who are doing awesome things in young adult fiction, and also highlighting Black booktubers who are talking about these Black writers with who are writing about Black characters. So there are a lot of great booktubers out there. I am attempting to do a booktube, but I'm really new at it, and I think it's important to let other people speak. So I'll give you some suggestions. Also in this episode, I will have below linked a book list. All of these books have now been ordered for the library. They're all young adult books by Black authors. You can read children's fiction or teen fiction as an adult too. I do it all the time. This is a really small sampling of 9 booktubers and or authors that I've found that talk about young adult fiction and that are often talking about young adult fiction written by Black writers. Booktuber number 1, Jesse's YouTube channel is called Bowties and Books. Jesse is very dynamic and engaging, and they have a great review of binge reading Black LGBTQ books, and more specifically Black YA LGBTQ books, which is super cool. So you can watch Jesse talk about those books in the link that I posted below in Bowties and Books. The next author and booktuber is Francina Simone, and we don't have any of her books yet, but after finding out a little bit about her and watching her booktube channel, I'd really like to look into her books that she's written. So Francina's bio, I'm quoting directly. Francina says, Francina Simone is the author of Smash It, which came out in 2020, and The Keeper's Vow, and Darkness Comes at Dawn. And Francina describes herself as a YA epic urban fantasy writer. Francina was born in Germany, spent her childhood in the hot urban jungle of Orlando, Florida, and now resides in the Rockies, where she spends most of her time far away with her characters in their quest to make the right decisions in worlds brimming with romance, moral ambiguity, and oftentimes a touch of magic. So if that doesn't sound intriguing enough, Francina is also a really great speaker and booktuber, and I have highlighted her video about writing a YA novel. The third booktuber that I snuck in here is not a booktuber. She's actually a really well-known author named Jacqueline Woodson, and she's written for children and teens and adults. She's won a bunch of awards. She wrote the book Brown Girl Dreaming, and in this video clip that I've linked below as number 3, Jacqueline Woodson herself talks about the writing of Brown Girl Dreaming and her experience with writing it. So it's another writer perspective, and she's speaking to a high school class in the US, I think. So I thought it was really cool to just listen to her speak. She's very engaging, and just to hear a writer talk about their own experience and how they write a book is always really fun. Number 4 is also a writer named India Hill Brown, and I'll make sure that we have her books as well. I believe she just published her first book, but I'm going to double check that. Yeah, the videos that are posted below in number 4 are The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas and The Forgotten Girl, where India Hill Brown, who is actually the writer, talks about her book. Booktuber number 5 is Christina Marie, and Christina Marie has a lot of descriptors in her bio, so I've just chosen the first few. She tags herself as Black Girl Book Nerd, Professional Eye Roller, and Makeup Lover. So she has a YouTube video in number 5 below called We Need Diverse Books, and she talks about a diverse book selection in YA fiction, which is absolutely awesome. That list includes The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which she touches on briefly, as well as The Bells by Danielle Clayton, which I just bought for the library and sounds like a really fun kind of fantasy sci-fi crossover. I'm really, really excited to read it. She talks about some other titles that I may have to look into getting as well. Booktuber number 6 is named KaShawn Archer, and KaShawn talks about, in the video linked below in number 6, Blackathon and Black Loveathon books. And I believe most of these are YA. I'm gonna have to double check, but I thought this was a great list of books. Booktuber number 7 is named Naya Perkins, and she talks about, on her channel Myonna Reads and Smiles, Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. Booktuber number 8 is, her channel is called Myonna Reads, and her name is Myonna. And I will let her speak for herself because her video that I chose, linked in number 8 below, is really, it's called Spilling the Tea About Black Books. And she first goes into talking about her experience growing up, why she got into reading, the Black Booktube community. So it's great to just like hear her introduce herself and talk about her experience, and then how that experience, especially growing up, has shaped her reading experience. Number 9 is, her handle is Lucie Reads. I chose this particular video, which is called Ravenclaw Reading Recommendations, because Lucie identifies as a major Harry Potter fan and a Ravenclaw, and so she talks about books that fellow Ravenclaws would want to read, and a lot of them are YA books. So I thought that was kind of a cool connection between her personality type, which she identifies as Ravenclaw, and the books that she would read. So for those of us who don't have the experience of a person of color, it's really important for us to read about those experiences, and for those who do have that experience and are people of color, it's important for people to see themselves represented in literature and represented, you know, obviously every human is different. There's going to be a lot of different characters in the books that you read. It's not that one character is representative of an entire group. It's just that it's important that we see more and more representations of people of color in literature, LGBTQ plus people, the people that are actually in our communities, not just, you know, white, straight people. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel, but more importantly, please read these books I've listed below and check out these booktubers. Look at what books they're reading, listen to them talk about books, and support Black writers, and keep on reading, keep on informing yourself, and, you know, putting yourself in other people's shoes. I hope you guys are safe and staying sane and healthy and being careful, but also finding ways to amuse yourselves. I hope you enjoy this video. Send me your comments. Book suggestions always welcome. Peace out.